Fall date nights hit different. The air is crisper, the temperature goes down in the night. Something is just so romantic and sensual. Come back and I'll give you my top 8 fragrances to wear on a fall date night, but you gotta come back. Come back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're into fragrance reviews, layering combos, and just smelling like you got your life put together, then you know what you gotta do. Stay blessed, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So before we actually get into it, my apologies for my voice. I'm a huge Yankees fan. And we are currently in the postseason, and we've moved on to the American League Division Series, those of you that are familiar with baseball. So needless to say, by the end of the week, I can be a very happy camper or a very pissed off camper. But this is the best my voice has been in a couple of days. So now I'm trying to get these videos out to you guys. But you guys heard the intro. We're talking about fall date nights. Something about the fall, specifically as I've gotten older, I've truly appreciated and valued, whether it's time with my loved ones at home or out and about with your partner. It's just something that's so magical, in my opinion, about the fall. So I have 8 fragrances here that I think will be perfect, whether you're in a relationship or you're courting someone. They're just gonna hit differently when you're out and about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first fragrance we have is Parfum de Marly's Harriet. This one is so beautiful to me, and it just screams fall date night. You have the alluring mix of sweetness and spices, and what stands out to me in this one is more so the tobacco note. It's not that heavy, overpowering, nicotine, gross smell, but it just reminds me, you're out on a date, maybe you ended up at a lounge and the light is dimmed and you're just getting to know your person, and there's smoke in the air and it clings to your clothes in the most sensual way. That's what her reminds me of. And then there's like this touch of mystery almost with the vanilla in it that just blends beautifully together. This is the fragrance that I feel leaves a lasting impression. More so, not that I think this is a unisex fragrance, but more so, fellas, I think if you rock this one, man, it's going to be an unforgettable night. So if you haven't already, check out Parfum de Marly's Harriet. Next up, we also have from Parfums de Marly, Althair. This one is all about pure elegance and sophistication. This one is, you have the blend of warmth, sweetness, and spice, and where it differs from Harriet, you don't have that tobacco note where it makes it maybe a little bit more edgy. This one is more comforting and romantic and inviting. You know, it reminds me after you might have had dinner and you decide to order one of those dessert type of cocktails. That's what this reminds me of, especially with the bourbon vanilla in it. So it's not overly boozy, but it hints that it's there. Whereas Harriet might be mysterious, bad boy, bad girl. This one is all about sophistication and romance and being inviting. So if you haven't already, check out Parfum de Marly's Althair. Next up, we have from Initio Absolute Aphrodisiac. I love this one. This isn't about being loud or showy. It's all about intimacy. It's just this smooth, leathery vanilla that wraps you up in a warm embrace. The name is fitting for this one. I don't know if you guys know. I know I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but aphrodisiac, or rather vanilla, is an aphrodisiac. So like I said, the name is fitting. It's blended in the most sensual way where it's not gonna necessarily garner attention. So you walk into the restaurant and people are gonna turn heads. Instead, this is for your partner. So after the date night, you create more memories. Whatever that may be, you create more memories with this one. So if you haven't already, check out Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac. Next up, we have from Bond Number 9, New York Nights. I've said this multiple times, maybe not often, but I've said it multiple times. New York Nights is one of my favorite, probably top 10 fragrances that I own. I have almost 200 fragrances, I believe. This is one of my favorite. This just, you know why it's my favorite? Because it just reminds me of hanging out in the city in my 20s, just out and about with friends. I remember this just one image of me that I'm constantly remembered, even though I wasn't wearing this back then. And when I say back then, that was only a couple of years ago. But it's just me wearing this red leather jacket that I used to own. And that's what it reminds me of, just out and about in the city, just taking in the lights and the vibes of New York City. And you're getting ready to head to that trendy restaurant that you made reservations at to meet your date at. This is gourmand at its core. You have caramel coffee in there, and it's just the perfect fragrance to show you all about the city life and all about hanging out and getting to know someone. And then after that, you might go ahead and grab some dessert or something. Again, just taking in the city atmosphere. Love, love, love this fragrance. So if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and check out Bond Number 9's New York Nights. Next up, we have from Bond Number 9, Nomad. If New York Nights is pure fun, this is pure luxury. We have reservations at 8 to that 5-star restaurant that no one can get reservations for. You put on your best dress or your best suit. I'm sending you car service to pick you up, or I'm picking you up in my foreign car. That's what Nomad screams. The oud, the rose, the pear, vanilla in here just screams. These people are pure sophistication and elegance, and as soon as you step into that restaurant, people are going to turn heads and they're like, look at those two. So if you haven't already, check out Bond Number 9's Nomad. Next up, we have from KIlian, Love Don't Be Shy. Ladies, this one is for us. What hasn't been said about Love Don't Be Shy? This one is flirty. This one is addictive. You get the marshmallow note in here, the orange blossom that makes this almost fluffy, sweet, like candy, but not childish. You want that man's attention. You want him to be sprung. You wear Love Don't Be Shy. You'll be the prettiest woman in there, and he only has eyes for you wearing Love Don't Be Shy. It's playful. It's addictive. This is the type of fragrance you wear maybe on a first date night to get his attention, or something that you're just doing, something fun. You throw on Love Don't Be Shy. So again, if you haven't already, check out KIlian's Love Don't Be Shy. Next up, we have from Mancera, Roses Vanille. This is proof that you don't have to spend a gazillion $1 to smell good. Fellas, don't skip this one, because layered with Lattafa's Camera, smells absolutely incredible on you. This isn't feminine leaning as you think it may be, but this is a beautiful, sugary rose that's wrapped in creamy vanilla that's intoxicating and just leaves this cloud around you. And again, you don't have to spend $1,001 to leave an impression. So if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and check out Mancera's Roses Vanille. And lastly, we have from Dior, Ambre Nuit. Different notes, but it falls under the same vibes of Bond Number 9's Nomad, where it just screams pure luxury and elegance. The difference, obviously outside of the notes, but the difference between the two, I feel like, where this is elegance, however, it doesn't forget the romance, where I'm trying to impress you with Nomad and showing you money is not an option. Ambre Nuit screams, money isn't an option. However, I'm gonna show you how much you mean to me. I'm gonna lavish you with all these things because you deserve it. You have smooth amber and rose that this doesn't forget the romance. So even though, like I said, it's sophisticated, it's elegant, affection is very much key here on this date night when you rock this. So if you haven't already, check out Dior's Ambre Nuit. And that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're rocking on a fall date night. I have obviously quite a few fragrances that I can pull from, but I just felt like these 8 were perfect for this time of the year. Let me know what you're rocking on your date. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.